True story. This is insane. So I was a part of this high ticket sales training company. This is the company that I'm going to court over currently. This started in August and ended in January. Came on as a student because I was out of the game for a minute. Right? I was out of the game of high ticket sales for a minute. And I at the time, I would always invest in programs because I never believed in myself, right? So I always needed I always needed something to make me feel like I could actually be successful, right? It gave me confidence to actually show up to calls and be like, I can close this call because I'm working with someone who's helping me close calls and I'm given material by the person that I'm working with to help me close calls, right? And it gave me the confidence to show up, okay? So in I don't even know, I joined on the 6th or the 7th. And then I think it was on the 13th, like a week later, he brought me on as a coach because he saw how good I was at handling objections. And then, not even a month later, on September 1st, he brought me on as a 50-50 partner. This is the craziest shit. And it's so funny. It's the biggest compliment. I still don't feel confident enough to say what I'm about to say, but it's the biggest compliment. This dude stole my shit. Hands down. He had a process. I helped. He was really good at doing it. He wasn't really good at teaching it. He didn't know what he was doing. He was a really good doer, but he was unconscious about it, right? So he couldn't teach. You need to be aware of what you're doing so you can articulate it and so other people can do it, right? Kind of like training AI. If you can train AI to do something off of natural language, not giving it material, which material is natural language, but if you could be like, hey, AI, have a sales call, and then you coach it, and then you coach it, and then you coach it, and you coach it, and you coach it until it's doing what you want it to do, then you're pretty good at teaching, okay? Because it can be difficult fine-tuning AI because it will make you aware of things that you weren't aware of, right? It'll do things, you're like, fuck, why did you do that? And it's like, well, and then it's like, oh shit, right? So humans work similarly. Yes, they'll have pre-installed notions, but I think if you could teach AI, you could teach a human. Anyways, this dude jacked my shit, completely, because I started making him aware of his own process, and then he was like, holy shit. And then it got to a point where I was actually coming up with shit about his process that he actually disagreed with and the rest of the community agreed with. He couldn't even see, right? Because so he wasn't aware, and then I would bring up something, and then he would become aware and be like, oh shit. And then it got to the point where I was doing this so much and so long and so good that eventually surpassed, and we met his capacity to be aware of what he was doing. And then the whole community on group coaching calls, I'd be like, guys, I got it. He does this. And they would be like, oh, fuck, what? And he would legit, in the call, go, no, I don't do that. I wouldn't have to say anything. The students would really go, no, you do that. And he still wouldn't agree. And then I would continue to coach them. I would continue to coach them. And they looked at me as the authority and as the coach. And he actually got really offended because they started looking at me as the authority. Right? They weren't looking at him as the authority anymore. And he got really triggered by this and was sensitive about it and whatnot, which makes sense. Well, not really. It was his business, but then we became 50-50 partners. Then it got even worse because he actually started to, it's so funny. I was like, dude, I actually started creating his program into a document based off of other sales training programs that I went through. And I gave them to him, and then he produced a document later in the group. No one knows that actually came from me. He couldn't have created that without me. You know what I'm saying? He didn't make that up, I did. And they're all living off of that now. They're all not even knowing. And it's so funny. We would have one-on-one sessions. And it turned into where he was learning from me. I wasn't learning from him because he wasn't aware. He wasn't aware of what he was doing. So then it got to a point where it was so funny. We would have one-on-one sessions. I would teach him something, and then I was on an offer with people in the community. And we'd be on a group sales call, like a sales team meeting for the offer. And there's like, I'm on this offer with like 3-4 other people that are inside the community. And one of the students goes, yeah, so I'm not going to say his name, but it was me and someone else running the company. So the high ticket sales training company. Then it's like me and like 3 or 4 other people on this offer. Well, the other owner, so not just me, I was having one-on-ones with everybody, but so was the other owner sometimes. And he would meet with them, right? Different students. And he would meet with the people that I was on the offer with. And during our sales team meeting on the offer that the other owner wasn't a part of, one of the guys that's in the program goes, yeah, so the other owner, because through the sales student's perspective, but yeah, so guys, I'm in a training program, and the owner said this, and it was what I said. And I never told the other owner this, but it was basically what was happening was me and the other owner were having one-on-ones. I would teach him stuff, and then in the one, because he wouldn't do it publicly, in the one-on-ones that he would have on private, he would teach everyone else what I was teaching him, but he didn't know I was aware of it because he didn't know they were bringing it up on the group training calls that I was on the offer of. And that's when I went, oh, this guy is literally just teaching what I'm teaching him. Like, what? So I never opened my mouth about it, but it was so funny because like his public content material comes from me. His private sales training one-on-one comes from me. And it's just like, bro, people think they're buying him. You're just buying me. You're buying all me. This dude can never because I'm noticing something. There's this guy I'm on the offer on now, and he's just like the owner. Like they're both like, I don't like throwing this word around because I think people overuse it, but they're both huge narcissists, like really bad. And I can like a shark in the smells blood in the water. I can pick up on it now. Like I see who you are. I know who you are. I know it. I got it from a mile away now. I can pick up on it. I'm aware of it, and then I distance myself. And what they both have in common, right? The previous owner that I was business partner that I was working with, and then this guy I'm on an offer with now, they both lack the ability to come up with ideas of their own. They just jack ideas. And it's like, oh, Paul, everyone does it. Yeah, but there's something about narcissists or people like that. I don't, what other word there is for people like them. They can't, I don't know what it is, but I think they're just so, you know what? I think they could actually come up with great ideas. I think they're just so busy doing narcissistic shit that they can't. It's like if they weren't a fucking narcissist, they'd be able to fucking think. They're just spending all of their time being because it's probably exhausting to be a fucking narcissist. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, I just have to share that. I'm gonna share more as once this court stuff over. I'm probably just gonna share everything. I'll just share the fucking docs and go through it because the shit that's in his fucking evidence is retarded. Like this guy is actually retarded, which is so funny because I'm now getting to the place where I have the confidence to actually face a narcissist. I never had that before. I'm a completely different person. Like it would be me. It's my fault. No, you're a fucking retard. You try to take advantage of me. Fuck you. Go to hell. Like you're a bad person. Like screw you. Like I can't wait for court because this guy's retarded. So, but I'll upload my evidence. I'm sure I get a copy of his evidence, and I'll just fucking upload that shit and just go through it and just show you. It's so crazy because as I prepare more and more for court, I'm getting less and less nervous because I'm realizing this dude is retarded. But anyways.